Merry Christmas, guys. How are you? It's a Monday, it's a new week, and it's the Daily Juice Podcast. How are you? I'm your host, Matt Perrault, here on this holiday day that starts a holiday vacation week for me. I will be here taping in Vegas, and then you will see me either in Boston or New York. So the time for the podcast to be released is going to be a little bit up in the air. You will get a podcast every day. What time it drops? Not entirely sure. We're going to try to figure that out. Being on East Coast time and doing the Daily Juice, impossible. Like literally impossible. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting time because they don't like it when I put it out really early, because if I do it, I want to tape it at around 9 or 10 Eastern. That's 7 p.m. on the West Coast, and a lot of the games haven't even started yet on the West Coast, and I'm putting out the next day's podcast. So they've asked that we create some system where the podcast is going to be produced not by me. I'll tape it and then I'll send it out, and then somebody at BettingPros will post it. So just so you guys know, if you're in sort of a routine of like, Matt, I get your podcast at this time every single day, I don't know if that's going to continue for the week. You're going to get a podcast every day, every morning. At night, I don't know what time overnight the thing is going to post. Just a heads up on that. Okay. This podcast is being brought to you by omahasteaks.com. Today's the last day to use the promo code JUICE to get the $30 off at checkout. If you got to do it right now, because tomorrow there's a new offer being presented by omahasteaks.com. Promo code JUICE at checkout. Minimum purchase may be required for $30 off at checkout. Okay, let's not talk about yesterday. Horrible day. Awful end of the week. It's Christmas Eve. Awful, but I can't get upset. I can't get mad. It's Christmas, it's Christmas, and, it's my favorite holiday, so nothing can really spoil it, and nothing can spoil the time with my daughter, and this is just the best time to have a 9-year-old. For those of you who are waking up this morning, and if you're listening to this podcast, I do appreciate it, because, look, gambling today should be only something we're doing if you've got just some extra time on your hands, right? I mean, this should really be for fun. This should not be, don't go heavy today, okay? It's a holiday. Enjoy it. Enjoy the family. Enjoy the friends. Enjoy people. Reach out to somebody maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe somebody that you're not, on the best of footing with. Reach out to them and tell them that you're thinking about them, and tell them that you wish them a happy, New Year, Merry Christmas, everything else. So I had a chance to, it's funny. I watched It's a Wonderful Life a couple nights ago. And if you look at my face, my grandmother used to call me George Bailey. She used to say, Matthew, you look just like George Bailey. It's a Wonderful Life. I'd walk in and be like, hey, Matthew, it's a wonderful. It was just like my grandmother's thing. And it became kind of a family thing. Now, obviously not anymore. I'm 46. But at the time when I was, 14, 15, 16, there was somewhat of I see it now. I put a picture on Twitter with me up against George Bailey. And I was like, there is a little bit of a significance, a resemblance there. But the reason why I bring it up is because the end of that movie talked a lot about friendship. It talked a lot about no man is really poor if he has friends. And while I haven't met all of you, it would be impossible for me to meet all of you. There's 15,000 people every day that watch or listen to this podcast. So it's hard. I mean, obviously, some of you are listening for different purposes, but a lot of you are listening for enjoyment, entertainment, education, fun, and just to be part of the community. And for those of you who are part of the Daily Juice community, I can't stress this enough about how special, how wonderful this job is, and how much it is about you guys and about what we get to share together and to go through this, and to be going on my 4th year now of being the Pied Piper of this community has been tremendous. And so many of you guys have not only supported the Daily Juice, but my other show, The Bostonian versus the Book. There's been a really nice synergy between the two, which I really love and take a lot of pride in. That there's a long form and a short form version. So you just want a 10-minute, 15-minute little bang, here you go. You want the 2-hour in-depth conversation, you got that as well. So kind of like, choose your own adventure type stuff when it comes to listening to podcasts. So I do very much appreciate that, and watching podcasts and watching programs and whatnot. So I just wanted to start by saying thank you, because it's Christmas, and I get to do this. I get to be a part of this community, and I get to tape this every single day, and it's never work. It's always a really fun, amazing day every day. It's something new. Even when yesterday, like you do a crap, I had a good week. We were rolling. We're doing well. And then I fall on my face on the NFL. I hit 4 straight NFL bets, and then I went 0-4. It's just the way things go. It's just how things go here. So this is what I'm doing today, okay? I'm going to give you 2 parlays. It's my Christmas gift to you guys, okay? You can fade or follow. You can do whatever you want, okay? I'm placing these tonight, overnight, before I get on a plane tomorrow and fly back to Massachusetts, where I'll be able to actually use my FanDuel and DraftKings accounts, which will be kind of fun. That I won't have to do, the same types of jumps to get through the hoops like I normally do. I don't have to drive somewhere here in Vegas to place a FanDuel bet and whatnot. So looking forward to the week at home and seeing what we can do, how we can perform while we're at home. I think the last time I was at home, somebody reminded me the last time I was back in Boston. Now, I was on a ridiculous heater. I think I went 20-5. The last time I was home over the summer. So see if we can do that again. But here's what we're doing. NBA and NFL both have huge schedules. The Celtics are playing the Lakers. The Nuggets are playing the Warriors. Look, both these numbers are tight. Both these games are coin flips, although the Nuggets, are 6.5-point home favorites. I like the Nuggets here. I think the Nuggets are going to be able to win this game. And I think you have an opportunity here to, I don't want to say there's going to be a gigantic opportunity for blowouts here, but I like the Nuggets to take care of business against the Warriors at home, laying 6.5, but we're just going to straight come up and do a money line, okay? We're going to take -260 here for these and basically come up with and say, all right, what are the best bets to pair it with? Now, you might go, Matt, you're going to pair it with the Celtics, aren't you? And you can do that if you want, okay? But I'm a little bit scared simply because it's LeBron on a holiday, and Boston has scored 144 and 145 points over the last 2 games. So that worries me. That makes me kind of go, I don't know what to do about that. I'm a little bit scared about that. Milwaukee just took on the Knicks, and they're 2-0 against the Knicks, and they killed them. Knicks are at home, and I totally understand that you might go, well, Matt, this is an opportunity here. Milwaukee only in 3.5. I think the Bucks are going to win the game. I think Boston's going to win the game. I think the Heat are going to win the game. You could do a 4-leg moneyline parlay if you want with that, but I'm just going to take the Bucks and the Nuggets and just take the better teams. Okay, Giannis, Denver, money line, +164, -260. It's a +122 parlay, 2-leg money line parlay. Bucks and the Nuggets for +122. If you want to get a little bit froggy, add the Celtics in. It is a +269 parlay, but it's a 3-point line. It's LeBron. He's at home. I think Boston wins the game. I have a personal play on this, Milwaukee and the Warriors, and then I will do a different one with Milwaukee, the Warriors, and the Celtics. But I'm just a little bit hesitant on it just because it's LeBron and it's national TV and it's in a window where everyone's going to be watching and LeBron will know that. So it's always a little scary on holidays. This number has been up forever. It's been up literally since August. It's been 3. It has stayed at 3. It hasn't moved. I'm just going to take, you can do the money line if you want, but officially for 1 unit, we're going Bucks and the Nuggets for +122 for 1 unit. Second bet, and again, this is kind of up to you as to how you guys want to do it and the way you want to do it, but I got this at -140. You can play around with this, and if you don't want to lay 140, if you want to drop the juice down, you can drop the number of points you're going to bet. But you could do this at FanDuel. You could do this at a bunch of other books. 3-leg, 10-point teaser for the NFL. Okay? You want to have action across multiple games all day long without putting up a lot of money like I do? This is what we're doing here, okay? I got this at -140. You can get this anywhere from, I saw 143. 140 was the best price I could find myself, but some books may have it at 130 even, okay? KC minus a half a point from 10.5 to basically money line. Philly from 13.5 down to 3.5, which is a hook, which is a danger. Eagles win by 3, we lose the bet, okay? Ravens plus 16. I can't see the Ravens getting blown out by the Niners. It kind of comes down to the Eagles. If the Chiefs win, which I would be stunned if they don't, Ravens are going to cover 16. It comes down to Philadelphia minus 3.5. And if at some point during the game, if you have a chance to take plus money, big plus money on the Giants, you want to try to, get out of the bet in some form or like hedge off it a little bit, you might be able to do that, right? Take like plus 10, plus 12 or something on the Giants. It may not be a bad idea to do that if you want. But officially for 1.4 units, KC minus half a point, Philly minus 3.5, Ravens plus 16, 10-point, 3-leg, 10-point teaser for 1.4 units. So we're getting a little creative, a little wacky here coming up with all of this. Again, we're going Bucks, Nuggets, plus 122, moneyline parlay for 1 unit. KC, Philly, Ravens, 10-point teaser for 1.4. If, by the way, you were following what has been going on across the Circa Survivor contest, once again, the top team went out. The Patriots beating the Broncos, which was the worst case scenario for the Patriots. I mean, I don't know. Bill he's not going anywhere unless you fire him. They win that game. 6 players are out. There were 10 left. 6 just went out. There are 4 contestants left for $9.2 million. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Packers, by the way, there was a guy on the Packers, had that win, controversial ending with the Packers and the Panthers game. One guy stayed alive because of that ending with the Panthers. So, yikes. Merry Christmas. Have an awesome day with your family. Please stay safe. Please don't drink and drive. Please stay off the roadways if you can. Just enjoy the time. Enjoy your family. And thank you for being here. If you're listening to this later on, hopefully you went back and watched it, but I fully understand this may not be a day for gambling for a lot of people, so we're going light on the Monday, starting off the holiday vacation week, hopefully with some fun here. 2 parlays, NBA parlay, NFL parlay. Enjoy the games. I'll be on a plane all day. I land at 6 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be back in my home state, my hometown of Andover, Mass, probably somewhere around like 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and I'll tape the Daily Juice from there coming up tomorrow. My name is Matt Perrault. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. Thank you for being a part of the Daily Juice community. This podcast being brought to you every single morning by the folks at omahasteaks.com.